Hi guys, and welcome to Forex Fire weekly vlog. I'm going to be doing these every Friday. My name's John Docherty, also obviously better known as Forex Fire. So my aim on this, on going forward, and hopefully you can hear me through this mic fine. My aim on this is to talk about what I've been experiencing on my journey and throughout the week, what's happened, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, so from what we're going to set out with is we're going to be going over, we'll go over the good stuff first of all, okay, and we'll take it in that order, like what we'll do from here on in each week. So the good side at the stage of beginning of last week was, you all know I was going in for funded challenge, albeit at the start of June. What had happened was I was trading from the wrong live challenge, because I've got two funding talent live accounts, okay, and I thought I was trading from the live and not the talent bonus version. Unfortunately, the first week of June I was trading very profitably from the talent bonus side, because I thought I'm going to start off at the beginning of the month and do from the live, okay, the live challenge. Unfortunately, as the first weeks have passed, I realized that I was actually trading from the funding talent bonus one. From there, so I thought I was focusing on the other side of the fence. Unfortunately, wasn't the case. So once I realized that, I was a week behind, okay? So with that in mind, it put me a little bit behind the game. I was sort of not so much stressing, but I knew I was behind. So in the back of my mind, I knew at some stage, even though I stick to the game plan, I knew I was going to maybe have to take a bit more of a risk than what I would normally do going on my trading. And that did actually come about. And what happened with that was, as we were going on the weekend, we were getting all pumped up and we were doing well. I decided to take a trade from work from a pair I was watching that I had analyzed from the night before. However, I did not have my notes with me. So when it triggered and I was having to look at the chart, I didn't have my notes, which were left at home. I just looked at the chart on my phone and thought I knew where I was at, what I was doing. And that trade went against me, dropped me back down in towards break even, okay, smashed right down. And I'm going to show you the graph in a moment. From there, we got back into the game with a very good trade with a little to no drawdown, and that shot us straight back up to the top. However, the start of this week, we got in on, I forget which pair it was, but we got in on a trade. It was doing well. And again, I set my stop loss to my, set my stop loss to my risk a little bit too much. And what had happened was I went into the daily drawdown. I went over the daily drawdown by about £25. I went over it by about £25, so it instantly violates the account. So it was lesson learned. So again, the good out of that was simply we were on track at one stage to get to the verification stage, took that slump and brought it back. That's the positive. That's the good out of this. The bad is I went against what I should be doing, which is sitting in this very chair and doing my trading plan, where the magic happens. To be fair, I feel more comfortable and attuned with the charts when I'm doing what I'm doing right now, sitting in front of my laptop in the privacy of my own bedroom and being able to concentrate fully on that. So there was a lesson learned with that. Okay. From there, guys, again, going on to the bad side of things, I mean, obviously we lost that account. And again, the bad side of it as well was I started trading a little bit too late on that. Again, I'm not really upset with that, because my taking a step back and looking at the bigger, wider picture, my main goal was always to be funded before the end of this year. Okay, I know deep down that I'm going to be getting there. After all, I've passed numerous challenges. It's just I've never put myself into the game of doing it live, right? So I thought myself, well, just before my birthday, I thought I will sort of put myself into a challenge and give myself that test. And obviously this was the outcome of it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly see if I can share my screen with you, to be fair. Because again, I don't bullshit nobody. I don't hide nothing. Let's have a look. Funding talents. It's this here, I do believe. And again, once I got that violation, I just left the account as it was. So it went up and down with regards to the trade that was on there, in all fairness. So again, once I got that violation, obviously I knew that the account was null and void. So I never really bothered myself looking and closing out the trade. I just let it run to what it had to do. And as you can see on here, let's have a look. There we are there, guys. So what had happened was, we can see here, we got a violation. We got the drawdown. Eventually, the maximum daily drawdown went well below what it was supposed to be honest. Okay. The maximum allowed of the daily drawdown we were working on here. The maximum daily drawdown, we got violated at 2062.1. Again, we took a massive hit, and we ended up with a minus 7.4. Okay. All's not lost. Me saying here, looking back on the graph and sort of reanalyzing where we were, we had some steady growth. This is where, in my opinion, this is the ugly part. Okay. So you've had the good, we were getting in on this, we were doing well. The bad was we took a hit, and it sort of put me in a bit of a slump. We went back to the good by getting straight back into the game. The ugly part was the drawdown part. It was violating the drawdown. Again, not looking at the risk to reward properly to the percentage that I was risking. We took a slump on the equity. It was around about here when I was told that I had violated it, and I thought, stop the trading. Okay, I stopped the trading. And this is where it ended up, obviously, because it just stopped out. From there, guys, we go back to the good side of things. It gave me a chance to sort of reset what I was doing. I decided once that had happened, I didn't want to trade on my talent bonus side and sort of have it in the back of my mind what had happened with this. So I took it upon myself to sit back, reset, which was a good thing, because it gave me a chance to start to draw loads of charts up. This is where my progression comes more than anything else. I draw and draw and draw and draw and draw and draw and draw as many charts as I can, and I'll make note of them, and I revisit them, and I look at certain patterns, and I'll read, like, sort of reanalyze, see what went right, what went wrong. And at the moment, I'm trying to learn myself a little bit more with regards to Wyckoff, and obviously the weak hands being taken out by the stronger hands, the break of structure on those, also the spring, the test, and things like that. And again, I'm not perfect, but the aim and the aim of what I'm doing, putting this in conjunction with my smart money, I'm looking to be able to refine my sort of entries with what I do. And when I was doing that, I was testing a few charts. And again, we're going to go into the charts in a second, and I'm going to show you one or two things on something that I set up. I've always been a higher time frame sort of person, but from there, I was refining an entry. I think it was the euro order. I went from 5 minutes to 3 minutes, even down to 1 minute, where I was looking at something. I went for another entry on this today. Again, try to do it while I was at work. Again, I'll underline, hashtag, and highlight that. I try to do this again while I was at work, and obviously I got stopped out. So that's, even though this was a test, I thought I would test the pattern that I could see, what I look at, what I know, what I'm learning from, to see if I can do it from work. And obviously my Achilles heel, my weak spot, is certainly trying to look at a chart, trying to identify, trying to set entries and stop losses and that while I'm working. Back in the day, a few years ago, when I was with another team, I was able to do that and I was very successful. I just don't have the time to do it now. From there, all of my trading has to be done in here. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go over that as well. So this was the euro odd. This was what happened when I was at work. I was identifying obviously the equals, the take out of the lower side, and then up towards the retest of this area, but it stopped us out. Okay, so what I want to show you is what previous to this. Let's have a look. So this is what I was looking at. Now, if you can ignore that bit there, you will see share my screen again. You will see on my wall, let's get rid of that. You will see on my wall yesterday. Again, I'm sorry for the slow loading speed. Right, here we are. So this is where we were. Okay, we were identifying this sort of structure. This is where we were with a channel coming down, and I'll run you through what I was looking at. Okay, so if we do this, this is about where we were. Okay, round about there, as you can see. Okay, so we had a high structure point. Okay, from here we come down to make a strong impulsive move. Okay, we've got some equals here, some equal lows. We come back up to create a pullback. Okay, so from there we come back down to this low here. From there, so this was almost equal lows here. Okay, wasn't quite, if you look on that with regards to the line, it wasn't quite touching the one to the left on the equal lows. Okay, and I'm going to explain a bit more about this in a moment. We had some movement, some more liquidity, some more movement, and then we broke the structure. You see this here, this here. We broke the structure completely with this bit here. Okay, now when this bit happens, I'm then waiting for an impulse move. Once we've taken liquidity from the lower side, I'm waiting for liquidity taken on the high side. Okay, now as we got an impulse move, we come down. Okay, and we took out the 3 previous lows. Let's just take the magic wand. This here, you see it taking 3 previous lows. This here is taking 1, 2, 3 previous lows, and then we had an impulse move. And if we just sort of sign into here, you can see from here we created more liquidity here. Okay, more liquidity here. Then eventually we came up to this area. Now we see where this line is here. Let's get this. You can see here liquidity across there, taken out by here. And then also what we had was we had a push up on the higher side. And then what I'd done was on this little bit here, which is what I call a fire block, I had an impulse move here and then a return back in. I went from the low to the high of where the return is. And if I just move that out, you can see that's the high there. This is the low. Marked off 50% of this impulse move here. Okay, we pushed out, taking liquidity on both these high sides here, and then we started getting this beautiful flag pattern coming in on the channel. expecting to retest 50%. Okay. Now, I speak loads about this in my Discord community and the teachings, what I do with regards to supply and demand areas. And this is just giving you a little bit more of an insight on what we do with this. Just quickly go back to share screen. We come down, as we come down the channel, we started getting some exhaustion. Okay, so again, we got some liquidity here, some liquidity here. We come down to take out again on here. However, at this stage, we were around about 1 pip or 2 pips from entering the trade on the bigger sort of risk to reward. Okay, we'd come out, we took the high, and we took out liquidity on the high. So when this done this, I knew we were going to form another part of a flag pattern coming down. We come down, some more liquidity. Okay, and here again, this was taken out on this bit here. We come down with a flag, liquidity, and then it was taken out on the high side again. And then we had a further flag push down. We got an entry on this risk to reward of 1 to 3.21. This is when I sort of raked this out as an entry. From there, guys, you can see this was on here. However, as we moved on, let's just take a look, click on this bit. You can see we started getting the entry coming down. Then from there, we had a further push down, coming down into here, taking out the lows of this here. Okay, so this gives me here what we call a demand zone. So what I was waiting for, as you can see, was the liquidity taken out on the entry area. And you can see right here, we got that liquidity grab here. Okay, and again, this is very, very fine-tuned, very, very fine-tuned. Got the liquidity grab here, and then we had the impulsive flag move down to the 50% of this demand zone. And then from there, it sort of shot off. And what it done was it gave us a risk to reward of 1 to 3.21. We nearly got stopped out on the low side here. Okay, but it came out, come back in. We got the retests of this here. We got the push up, then come down, retest in. And this one was at a risk to reward of 10.95. So this here, for me personally, just stop the share again. I'm sorry for going on a bit here. This for me personally, I try to stay away from lower time frame things because they don't hold, what's the word to use? They don't hold as much substance, which with regards to price action, if that makes sense, because it's fractal from a higher time frame. You're going to get a lot of movements between like from the 1 hour, drilling it down to the 15-minute, drilling it down to the 5-minute, drilling it down to the 3-minute, drilling it down to the 1 minute. So pretty chuffed with that. The annoying thing about it, obviously, and again, got to look at this on the positive side. I'm just going to share the screen. If I had, like I say, when we look back on trying to be positive with this, if I had taken my time that little bit more, sitting in the chair like what I was doing with this particular setup, these two trades in themselves would have had me personally passed, or had me personally through the verification stage. From there, if we look back on this, starting from an entry here up until the TP, 8 hours. 8 hours of trading, set up maybe 10, 15 minutes to look at this, watching, but 8 hours of letting that play out. There was around about 14 points. I think the number's a little bit further down my wall, but we'll just keep it at 14% growth. On the challenge that I was doing with trading funding talent, you only need to attain an 8%. And then you can request, if you've done that before the 30 days, you can request to go into phase 2 of the verification, where you have to get another 4%. So that's 12% overall. These sorry, these trades within themselves, 2 entries, had gained 14 point odd percent. So in essence, that's more or less a pass within one trade, to be fair, on a 2 entry on one trade, which again, it's very annoying, but it shows you if you stick to the plan, stick to the method, and don't deviate from the path from what you're successful with, you will succeed with this. Proof's in the pudding. And again, I showed you every step of the way what I was doing with that. From there, guys, I mean, I just want to talk a little bit more about the good as well. Good thing, we have a free resource with what I do in the community that I have and what I've built with alongside some great like-minded friends. In here, guys, this is our stepping stone. It's our bridge. And again, there is no sort of worry or stress having to think that you have to live trade with this. This is going to help you progress. It's going to help you get confidence. It's going to help you get consistency, and it's going to help you become a little bit more profitable without the stress or sort of thing niggling in the back of your mind that you need to gain profits straight from the offset. You can come in and you can ask to join this with us. Okay. I'm going to be adding some more stuff in here with regards to the voice chat and possibly some streaming stuff in here as well. Forex via live. From there, guys, we have members chat area, members trade ideas. We're doing the modules on the main thing, which is the banker strategy. It's trading with the banks. Okay. From there, again, we do have a funded accounts area where we talk about the challenges that we're going through and the experience that we have been getting, and we share this with one another. From there, I set you homework each and every week. This will be getting done maybe tomorrow night or Sunday for everybody that's watching. And we've got 3 modules, basically. One's based upon the banker strategy, where we go through each of the modules and I'll present something and I'll get you to hand in your homework and we'll see where the group are as a team. From there, I've been doing stuff with supply and demand. Again, we've been talking on here about what demand and supply areas are. In this instance, we used a demand zone. Again, I can show you heavily on how to do this. And this is all going to tie in nicely with the Wyckoff pattern trading, to be fair. From there, we've got Andy Boland, who is fantastic. He has been using a technique and a strategy combining an average daily range alongside a currency strength meter. And he's been seeing some insane sort of profits, and how this in itself, I've got to stop the share for this because I need to get this across to you. If you are struggling to understand the naked charts, okay, coming in and looking what Andy's put together as one of the mentors that we have in here, you've got your chart like this. So imagine this big screen is your chart. Within that, you have your price moving, okay? Within that price movement, you will have an average range where the price wants to go to, okay? Andy's got a technique where we condense your focus from that to this, to a little box of price action. And there's a certain point of day and a certain time where you use this focal point, this box, to say, right, we're moving to the downside or we're moving to the upside. This is the average range of where price could possibly go to. This, guys, for me, it's been fantastic. Again, it's something I need to heavily get into as well. And combining this alongside the smart money techniques that we do, I do believe this can potentially help people get through these funded account stages without you having to worry on the bigger picture. It's going to help you focus your attention to the areas you need to be focused to. Again, just start the share again. We're nearly done, guys. We're nearly done. From there, again, we do have a bigger picture. Once you're on that building block, the stepping stone and the bridge, once we start seeing you seeing success with this, and you want to have a chat about starting to look at the process of being funded and things like that, you just need to reach out to myself, Andy, Big Mike, Mike Story, or any of the other mods that's within the setup that we have, we can tell you about the bigger picture that we are part of. There's no stress to become a member of that at this stage. We just want to welcome you in and become one of the many sparks that's taken advantage of what we do. We currently have 262 members in this area. Okay. And again, you can follow me on Facebook. You're possibly watching this on Facebook right now. On the very top where my name is, click on the top here where it'll see a follow, set default. You can see me on forexfiremembers.com. Get a lot more insight on what I do there. Also on YouTube, just search for Forex Fire Members. I post the occasional video on there with regards to what we do inside of the bigger picture. But why wouldn't you not want to get inside the Discord channel? After all, it's free. It's free. There's many people that are my friends on Facebook that take advantage of that. Again, it doesn't cost you a penny. It just costs you your time and effort to come in, trade with us as a team, learn together, trade together, win together. That's the ethos. Okay, that's the ethos of that, and we get you your confidence, consistency, profitability. And as always, I love to give the value. I love to give the honesty, and I love to give the integrity. So that's been the good, the bad, and the ugly. I always work in threes. Threes is a good number. 3 is a lucky number for me. And from there, guys, again, if you like the content that I'm putting out here, again, it's a no bullshit approach. No bullshit approach. I just want to share my experience with as many as I can. And if it helps you to understand a little bit more about Forex, or it sort of pushes you to sort of come out of your shell and want to become part of the closer inner circle, then fantastic. We welcome you with open arms. Okay. So again, that's it for this week on the 20th of May. Going into next month, I think after the bank holiday, I'm going to possibly set myself up with a new challenge. I don't know which prop firm I'm going to try it with. Don't know whether it's going to be with Fund and Talent again, or it's going to be one of the ones that one of our moderators has brought our attention. Again, I like to lead from the forefront, and if I can test something new, I will do, and I'll bring it to your attention. Okay, guys? So I hope you've enjoyed the content that I've done for tonight. Please comment, please like, please share. If anybody has shared this video on their wall and you're watching this and you think, who the hell is this Mad Geordie? Get back to that person right away. Tell them you want to get inside of the Discord channel. Let's have you in there. Let's have you getting your confidence, consistency, and profitability. Let's get you on the charts, okay? It's risk-free. There's no need to be paying a membership with us with what we have set up. We can get you on the naked charts and start to read the price for what it is. No bullshit tool, no bullshit software, no having to use this to identify that. We'll just show you how it is. Okay, guys? So thank you very much. That's me. Enough of me rattling on. I'll see you next week. I'll do again on Friday night. I'll do another Forex Fire Friday weekly vlog, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly. See you later.